They talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On second down, Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing on third. Gone. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quin Williams. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looking for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I think we could all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Open space inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They'll set up to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers open the lead up to 34-0. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way this season has started out.
Now goal for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The defense of San Francisco marching back onto the field now. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Nick Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Robbie Gould, the kickoff for San Francisco.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Goff now looking to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And a fresh start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand-new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's James. And still fighting. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 18 yards, first down Niners. A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Second down, here's Mostert again. Sheds off the tackle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. What a difference a year makes so far, at least. These guys last place in their division a year ago. Looking like they're going to move to 1-0 right now.
Not really unusual in the NFL, though, is it? Because we always talk about every year, 8-8 is kind of the baseline for everyone, plus or minus. And we've seen many teams go from worst to first. I know it's 1 week. But still, they're starting to think to themselves, we've got a chance this season.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Lions offense set to take over. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Now Goff on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Goff now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they take a knee. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for San Francisco, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside
Hey, boys. Coming out of yesterday's practice, we all know it wasn't good enough. Today's practice, it's got to be great. Game day's coming fast. Let's go out here and let's be great, okay?
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready, ready! Ready! Get up! Come on, set! 70 Timberwolf! Ready, hut! Ready, ready! 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle! Set, go! Here we go, set! Panther 60, Panther 60, hut, hut!
And you know what, men? That was pretty darn good. And you know what really gets me excited? The fact that I know we can get better. You guys have so much room to improve still. That is exciting. Let's go out here and next practice, let's improve.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. For the first time, we get our look here at the Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts, the second-year quarterback out of Oklahoma.
A lot of expectations for Jalen Hurts this year, but he hasn't supported the franchise, including the man who owns the franchise. Had a 4-game audition at the tail end of last year and did enough that the Eagles sent Carson Wentz to Indianapolis. They're expecting Jalen Hurts to be their quarterback of the present and the future.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's third down.
Right there. 54, right there.
Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It's a gain of 6, but not enough as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And he comes off an incredible performance in the opener, 5 touchdown passes. Now, look, you always want to start strong, but I think that's more than anyone, including himself, could have expected.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's swung out to Mostert. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And Charles, we take a look at the 49ers draft class for 2021. They got their quarterback in Trey Lance, but paid a hefty price to do it.
Yeah, this is kind of an all-in strategy by head coach Kyle Shanahan and GM John Lynch. They won't have first-round picks for the next couple of years, but it would be worth it if they had found their quarterback in Trey Lance. As for the rest of the draft,
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. He'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. So on fourth down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Golden Tate. .37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive.
And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 23 carries, 101 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they're going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Hurts.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20. Derek Barney able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
He'll drop to throw.
Catch is made by Hurd.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation.
That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead.
They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, They're certainly starting to set that type of a pace, and what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Second and 11. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Well, this defense for the Niners, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
You talk about getting off to a hot start, a shutout right out of the gate. Think of the carryover headed into this one, the residue of that game.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Javon Kinlaw able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 36. Touchdown, 49ers. He returns the punt 64 yards on the score. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Gold to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Gold now out to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up second down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They go play action with Hurts. Hurts fumbles it.
And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
And we'll see what he can do on the return.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you talk about just coming in and completely seizing momentum. They can go up 21-0 here. We haven't even hit halftime.
And the other part of this, you can start to feel the unrest here in the stadium. I think these fans are saying, what hit us? And this isn't about fantasy points. This is about rooting their team on.